Good morning, St Martins. It's Thursday. Are you ready for this week's creative challenge? Now this week I'm in my kitchen because today's creative challenge involves cooking, but I'm not going to be making any food. I'm going to be showing you a recipe to make Play-Doh. So if you're ready, I will explain the recipe. Now, first of all, I'll go through the equipment that you're going to need. So for this challenge, you're going to need to do some weighing, so you'll need some scales. You'll need to do some measuring of liquid, so you'll need a measuring jug. You're going to need some greaseproof paper, a saucepan and a spoon. Now the ingredients that you're going to need for this, you're going to need 260 grams of flour. You're going to need 95 grams of table salt. You're going to need 4 teaspoons of cream of tartar. Now cream of tartar is like a kind of raising agent. That helps the dough be a bit puffier. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil. It can be any, I've got sunflower oil, but it can be any vegetable oil. And you're going to need a pint or 475 millilitres of lukewarm water. So if you get all those ingredients together, I'll show you how to cook it. First thing you need to do is put all the dry ingredients, that's the 260 grams of flour, the 95 grams of salt, and 4 tablespoons, 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of cream of tartar into your pan and just mix them together. Then you're going to add the of water, 2 tablespoons of oil. Now get a grown-up to supervise this because it's cooking, but you need to very carefully stir the liquid into the dry ingredients as it cooks. The cream of tartar kind of makes it go fizzy and puff up, and you keep cooking it until it makes a ball. You see, it's like one big lumpy lump. Okay, so I've cooked it all up and it's like sort of soggy mashed potato now. So I'm going to now just spoon it out onto some greaseproof paper. Like a big pile of mashed potato, and let it cool down. You've got them all, they've cooled down, you can add some colour. Now you can add food colouring if you've got some food colouring, but if you haven't, you can just use, you can kind of colour them in with a felt tip pen. You can just use a marker to add some colour, just kind of put the colour in and then knead it in. Just dot the colour on. So this is where the creative challenge comes in. And then I'm going to, can you see it's gone a bit sort of marbly? Add some glitter. So I've got a little bit of glitter here and mix that in. Careful not to get it everywhere, and then you can mix that through. So once you have made your Play-Doh, this is where the kind of creative bit comes in. There's so many different things you can do. You can add things to your Play-Doh. So I've got some feathers here that I happen to have, but you could see what you've got. You can make feathers out of paper or cardboard and maybe add those to your, I might make this into a little bird. That's made me think, oh, I could make a little head. And maybe I'll use some of my googly eyes. It doesn't matter if you haven't got googly eyes, because you can always draw googly eyes on paper and stick them on. Let's give them a little bit of a beak. So I've stuck some feathers in and made a funny little googly bird. You might want to use some pipe cleaners or some straw, and you can give things legs. So I might put some pipe cleaners, and now I've got some kind of insecty type creature. There's a bottle or a rolling pin or anything that you can find to roll it out, and get creative with mark making and making patterns. So I've got, you could try different tools, see what kind of patterns they make. Or drawing. You can print with that. If you then put a bit of paint over that, you can then take a print of that. You could explore. So there you are, that's this week's creative challenge, making stuff with Play-Doh. What will you make? Can you invent a creature, maybe an alien? Maybe you will have fun rolling it out and printing it and making a pattern. There's all sorts of things you can do. You could maybe roll out little sausages and see if you can write your name in the Play-Doh. There's no end to the things that you can do. So have fun with that this week. If you want to keep the Play-Doh, you can keep it in a sealed Ziploc bag or in a container with a lid, and it will keep for up to 3 months. So you'll have this to play with and mess about with for quite a lot longer. So have fun with that, and I will see you soon, and have fun getting creative.